From the West Coast, we're coming to you live from the NFL's newest and the world's most expensive stadium, state-of-the-art SoFi here in Inglewood, California. Up next, it's our main event between the Atlanta Falcons and the Los Angeles Chargers.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
To kick off, here's Will Lutz. And off we go from SoFi. Omarion Hampton with the return. And he's going to make this to the 28 before going down.
At their own 28-yard line.
All right, let's get this show on the road. It is 1st and 10.
Set.
On the carry, this is Najee Harris. Robbed by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
I don't think that's the amount that they were looking for there, Kate. Going to lead to some shuffling around here in the playbook. Find a more aggressive call on second.
A play fake. Now Herbert to throw. It's caught. This is Ladd McConkey. And they're going to bring him down just a moment before he's able to break it across midfield. A 19-yard pickup, and that's going to move the chains.
That's a statement throw right there. A statement throw that lets the opposing defense know it's not just going to be check down Charlie today. They're going to be willing to push the ball down the field, and this defense better respond.
Now an inside handoff to Harris. And that carry only nets one on the plunge up the gut.
Okay, that's a run that's ho-hum on the stat sheet, but if you see a bigger play on the ground later on, it'll largely be because of a play just like that one, softening up the front and opening the door for a bigger gap in the future.
To the right and pulled in by McConkey. And he gets it through the midfield stripe and onto the Falcons side of the field.
It's not just imperative that a quarterback knows man or zone. Same thing for a receiver, especially on a drag route. When he sees zone coverage like that, just settle down, find the soft spot, and give the quarterback a chance.
And he's able to reach the 40 on that play. Give him 5 on the play, and that's going to be good for an LA first down.
It's got to be so demoralizing as a defense when you go up against a running back who just keeps those legs churning like a piston in an engine, and that effort's contagious. This entire offense is getting a boost when he busts those tackles.
They go play action. Here's Herbert. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's going to have this one down to the 20.
So many cool fundamentals on display right there, Kate. Look the ball into your hands, number one. Don't turn your eyes away from it before it gets to you. And then when you've got that catch secured, snap that head forward and find that space upfield. Turn a good play into a great play.
From the gun, they go with Harris. And he's stopped as we get closer to our first points of this ball game. It's going to be 1st and goal now.
Offense there, Kate, went heavy with that 13 personnel. 1 back, 3 tight ends, and those 3 added blockers. Just the element they needed to spring that run.
Hampton takes it in. Touchdown, Los Angeles. The Chargers finish up an excellent opening series. So a very run-heavy approach to this one thus far. Hard to argue with the results as they start out with a touchdown, Brock.
Yep, even in a passing league, Kate, it's how a lot of teams like to start, right? Everybody loves to think of winning the line of scrimmage. Why? Well, it sets up play action. It makes your protections a little bit easier. Win the line of scrimmage in this league, you have to win the game.
That one right down the middle. And the Chargers will jump out to a 7-0 lead. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. Okay, well, that one's over the 20, the landing zone, and almost everything else we got here today. So that football coming out to our 35-yard line. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. They're going to run it here. It's Bijan Robinson. And he's going to get this one into enemy territory to the 47. They get 18 yards out of it and a new set of downs. One play in, Brock, and his drive is already in enemy territory. First down, and they go right back to it. It is charged towards the line. It's right around 3 yards.
You know, that's a good run right there. Keep the offense on schedule. If he can average that type of yards per carry, this guy's going to be more than all right with letting him lead the show.
Penix here from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's tackled for a short gain.
That's not a big completion on a stat sheet, but that's a big contested, what I call gritty catch right there. And that's what the best tight ends will get you.
Third and just 2 to go. Here he is on 3rd and short. To the right side and reeled in by London. And he's got it down to the 30 before going out. Gain of 9 yards on the play. And that's a Falcon first down.
First down, Falcons.
Running left is Robinson. And he's not going to be happy picking himself back up after this. They're sent backwards on first down. And that right there, an early look at somebody who might just be the impact player in this ballgame.
Yeah, there's no question this strong safety loves to come downhill. Now, as an offense, you've got to adjust. You've got to throw over the top if he's willing to be that aggressive.
Back to the line they go. It's second down. Penix working from the gun. Complete. It's Bijan Robinson. And a bit of deja vu as they stop him at the line once again.
He specializes in salvaging broken plays out of the backfield, but even he couldn't get anything out of that one, Kate. That defense, they were all over it.
Here he goes, 3rd and long. Splits a couple of defenders and completes it. And he's short of the first after a mild gain. Will Lutz on to attempt the field goal. It's on the left hash, 46 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
They were able to answer a score with a score. Maybe not to tie the game, but to certainly turn some of the momentum.
Set to kick off.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Hampton on the return. Things going well so far. And he gets across the 30 before he's brought down.
At their own 31-yard line.
New set of downs for him from the 31.
Set. Ready.
Play action now for Herbert. He's quickly taken down with a gain across midfield. They're now to the opposing 47. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down. Double coverage, deal breaker for a lot of QBs, Brock, but less so when it's a target you trust.
You know, it's interesting, Kate, even 20-something years ago, watching Marvin Harrison and Peyton Manning work, every defense would go into every game trying to double cover him, but yet those two, well, like we just saw right there, just got it done regardless.
And he gets it forward, is still about a yard out of that. The play brought to an end by Logan Wilson.
It'll be this group's job watching the film to find all these plays, the ones that amount to really very little statistically, and identify what was needed to just make them a little bigger, stretch them further. Afterthought plays now, they could be the big gains of next week.
Gets it downfield, on target to Ganson. And they're going to haul him down a step before the 30, right at the 31. It's a great pickup, 16 yards, and now they've got first down. New set of downs for him from the 31.
First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Running behind center with Harris. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
I think one thing you learn, Kate, when you transition from college to the NFL, not every run is going to be a big play. Some of them, well, they're just destined to end in a minimal gain, and some of them will set up that critical play action for later.
Last run, not a lot of help, Brock. 9 to go now on second down. Staying on the ground with Harris. No luck there. Ran that one right into traffic and went nowhere as a result. It's going to be third down.
A 1-yard
I know
loss
from
on
the position
play.
of the quarterback,
It's now
Kate,
3rd
sometimes you hand that ball, you put it in the belly of the running back, and you send him right into the teeth of a buzzsaw. You can feel it from the jump, and that call from the defense, well, it came at the perfect time.
3rd down, and they need to get 10. 3rd and long for him here. Another drop. The last 2 plays both should have been intercepted, but neither could be brought in. However, Brock, they do at least force this 4th down.
Cameron Dicker on for the field goal. A 47-yard attempt.
Dicker connects there. And add 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
What a season this guy's having. Yet to miss on a field goal this entire year. And I really hope I didn't just jinx him.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the
Dicker all
Chargers.
lined up and ready to boot it away. And he fields this one, but is not going to return it from the end zone. So the ball going to be placed down at the 35-yard line.
35-yard line.
Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Drive begins with a run. It's Robinson. And this one breaks beautifully as they're going to get it forward to their own 45. An even 10-yard gain on the play. And that is good enough for Atlanta. 1st down.
1st down, Atlanta.
Penix looking to pass. Looking right, and he finds him. And he's going to be hauled down on a gain across midfield, down inside the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 11 there, and that picks up the 1st.
Kate, when Bill Walsh was implementing the drag route with the 49ers in the 80s, it sounded the same way as it did with Mike Holmgren and me with the Seahawks in the 2000s versus man on the drag route, run away. You see zone coverage, settle down, give your quarterback his numbers, and you can find a completion just like that.
Cut down the field, it's Pitts. And the stop comes at the 15-yard line as he gets them into the red zone. We've reached the end of the 1st quarter. It's a 10-3 ball game. We're back to SoFi right after this. Welcome back. Time for our 2nd quarter. The Falcons with a chance to score.
Here we go. Cowboy 80.
1st and 10, a run to Robinson. The rookie from Miami, they're on the stop. So some immediate revenge for that last play, Brock. I don't know, what do you think? Is it going to take away the pain from giving up that big run the prior play?
Not necessarily, because it really does take a group failure to give up a big run like that in the NFL, but it also takes a whole lot of teamwork to knock them behind the sticks. Job well done there.
Oh, and it's a punishing hit to end that play, but hey, still a win for this offense. They've got 1st and goal now from the 2. Fullback trying to power it across. And he gets in. Touchdown. The Falcons can tie it up in the 2nd after cutting into the lead.
Will Lutz lining up for the point.
Goal line formation, a give to the fullback powering forward. Is that Lorenzo Neal? That Tom Rathman down there, Brock? It doesn't get more old school smash mouth than that.
Yeah, I think you could go back to the early 1900s with no face masks and still find that play, that formation, and yes, sometimes even that touchdown.
Here's Hampton on the return. Showing a little burst so far. Coverage team tracking him down as he reaches the 35.
At their own 35-yard line.
To the line on 1st and 10. Chargers beneficiaries of some good field position.
Set. Run. Set.
A carry by Harris here to start the drive. Oh, man, nothing for him again, Brock. It has been a struggle all game as this one's quickly mopped up, too.
Not every corner in this league can make the play he just made right there. Sure, there's pure coverage guys, not really known for their tackling, but this guy, well, he's someone who isn't afraid to stick his nose in there and make a stop.
And he sure gave us all to make that play, but it hits the deck. It's going to be 3rd down.
That drop ruins the payoff to a well-designed play. It got a man open, it beat the coverage. That's a call they can revisit in the future with hopefully a much better job finishing the catch.
A 3rd down run with Harris. is hauled down right at that midfield stripe. That's 16 on the pickup. And that's going to give the Chargers the first down.
You love a huddle? Kate, you really do. You love a huddle full of guys like this who just know how to keep the drive moving forward. There's some trust there that he's going to get the job done, and he's going to get another shot, I would guess, down the line.
Short pass brought in, and they make the tackle at the 38.
Nice to see that connection, that chemistry working between the two of them.
Ooh, after that play, we can tell he's hurting. He's someone they need to help their playoff hopes. Training staff working on him now. Herbert on first down. Hits him on the out route.
Hey, you like these results on first. That completion right there, right in the window where all options are now available to you on second down. That playbook is wide open.
After a good pickup, they're set up with second and short. They'll run with Harris. And he'll pick up enough to move the chains.
That's a run that you'll take the result in the NFL every time. A nice play, a solid game, but it's also a run that you know. And you may come back to, because if you were that close to breaking off an explosive one, you really break the backs of a defense.
Going to the ground again on first. Running in the red zone. Touchdown, Los Angeles! The Chargers take a second quarter lead. Najee Harris, the touchdown.
You know what a run like that does for everybody, for the play caller, for the O-lineman, for the offense? It just gives you confidence that you can call that run again and not expect a little jump, but go get explosive on the ground as well.
This one is up and good. And the Chargers break that tie and now lead by 7. Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. No return here. This kick's going to wind up as a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
The Falcons in good field position here as they start out first and 10. They're going play fake with Penix. Bails out of the pocket quick. Brought in right side. And not much doing. He stopped quickly.
Okay, when you got a quarterback like this that is comfortable rolling to his right or to his left, it is so hard to defend. It's like an elite pitcher that commands both sides of the plate. Just really hard to stop them, contain them when they've got that versatility.
Now try to set up the screen. Here's Robinson. And he's going to be driven out by a defender just before he can get it up to midfield. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that's a Falcon first down. Shotgun snap. He'll get to Robinson. And he only manages one. Couple of defenders there to bring him down.
Hey, we know running the ball in the NFL is hard, and that play pretty indicative of it. Here's the key, though. At the end of the game, those type of plays got to be in the minority, and the majority have got to do some damage.
From the shotgun, Penix. Finds the in route complete. And nothing doing after the catch, but a good gain on it. They're down to the 35. Big gain, 14 on the play. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down. To the air with Penix. Throwing the out route complete. And he's taken out of bounds as he gets it down near the red zone. Pickup of 12 on that play. And that's a Falcon first down.
And a Falcon first down.
A toss now to Robinson. And second down is going to be a good bit tougher. He can't even get back to the line. This play loses yards. Man, some of these middle backers are so impressive these days, Brock. No problems at all for him to range downhill and cut that play down behind the line.
Kind of the calling card of the position played today. They're not as big as they once were, but boy, can they run. As you said, whether it's downhill or sideline to sideline like that.
And they find them after just a yard. It's third down.
Sometimes you just feel like in the background of every ho-hum run is a bigger play. It just needed one more component. Hit that extra block a little longer. Find the lane quicker. The defender maybe a half step late, and this could have been much, much more exciting.
throws doesn't find a home. It's incomplete, but boy, what a streak he had to begin this game. Will Lutz on to attempt the field goal. This one from 42 yards out. The kick by Lutz is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, one of the areas that kickers and quarterbacks are similar, they want to get into rhythm, and no better way to feel good and get into that rhythm than start a game 2 for 2 as a kicker.
We've got a good one here. They've cut the lead to 4 as they send it away. Here's Hampton on the return. Showing a little burst so far. And he was pushing for midfield there before they finally dragged him down at the 45.
When you get contributions like that out of your kickoff returner, it is such a boost to an offense. This is about showing no fear, hitting the lane hard, a determined run back, and setting your offense up with great field position.
Throwing on first is Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact. Working across the middle, Brock, it is tough for anybody to make plays through all that mess, even when you're the biggest and baddest pass catcher on the roster.
But as a tight end, you're going to be disappointed because that's what you're paid to do. It's one thing for those undersized receivers you talk about. It's another one for these big tight ends. You are paid to make that catch through contact, but you couldn't do it.
Within 3 that time. That's going to bring up 3rd and 7.
That's a gain of 3. It's 3rd and 7.
So with that, Brock, we've now reached our 2-minute warning. Chargers currently on top here at SoFi. Let's see what they draw up on this 3rd and 7. They'll throw 3rd and long. Short pass caught by his tight end. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. They pick up 14 yards on that one. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
Chargers first down. 1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
They give to Harris from the gun. And good forward, about 5 yards it looks like. It's 2nd down now.
That does not show up on any explosive stat sheet, but let me tell you, Kate, that's the real deal right there. You run for that kind of yardage consistently in the NFL, you do set yourself up for success.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Snared by his running back. It's Najee Harris. And they bring him down. Looks like he got it to the 27. He gets 6 on that play. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
They like to say it's about the Jimmies and the Joes. I think that's about the X's and the O's. That's a well-drawn-up completion that nets them a first down.
1st and 10, give to Harris. And they sent it straight ahead, but the front stops him after a gain of 3. Timeout call by the Chargers. They're first. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. After the 3-yard pickup, it's 2nd and 7. Working from the gun here, it's Herbert. That one's incomplete over the middle. Couldn't make the connection, was looking for Ladd McConkey. And that makes it 3rd down.
Jesse Bates on the coverage.
On the counter, it's Hampton. Decent work on the run, but not enough for the first. The stop is made in time. It's 4th and short. LA uses a timeout here. It's 2nd. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. So on 4th down, on comes Cameron Dicker and the Chargers for a field goal try. He hit his first one. His second one's coming from inside of 40. Dicker connects there. And 3 to their lead as it extends to 7.
That's why they spend all the time on the practice field during the week. That kind of operation. Perfect rhythm, perfect timing, and 2 for 2 for this kicker.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And he wasn't chancing a return there, putting it out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. Good starting spot here for the Falcons, Brock. This is 1st and 10. Penix now to throw. Finds him over the middle. And he's tackled after gaining a handful. The Falcons spend the first of their 3 timeouts. They'll have 2 left to work with before halftime. 5 still to go here. This is second down. Penix here from the gun. And this one's dropped for what would have been a nice game.
Okay, this quarterback gets out of the pocket. Genuinely a coin toss whether he's going to keep it with his legs or put it in the air. Sigh of relief there defensively as that ball falls incomplete.
Last pass unsuccessful. Let's see what they do on third down. Throwing Penix. That one complete to Pitts. And this great effort winds up getting them well into enemy territory before he's brought down. Timeout called by Atlanta. That's going to be at second. And they still have 1 in their pocket for what's left of this half. We've set it down from 37.
Let's go.
And again, it's Penix. That one is incomplete. The clock now down to 16 seconds remaining.
So far, this script, well, it's dictated some early looks for this running back, and now you're seeing the adjustment defensively. Not so easy on those checkdowns. Nowhere for that ball to go.
And the cover just too good there. Didn't find the throw that he was confident in, so just throws it away. Third down coming up.
Once that quarterback broke the pocket, kind of turns into like a zone read option a little bit. Kate, you got a couple choices. Keep it yourself or try to force the throw. There was nowhere to go. He really should have used his legs.
And this is going to get him into the red zone. He's at the 18-yard line. All right, timeout taken by the offense. 5 seconds left, and they can take some points into the locker room on this final play of the half. Only time left for one more snap, Brock, so they're going to run out their field goal unit. This from 35 yards away. The kick by Lutz is good. And it's dropped back down now to a 4-point game.
Okay, that's just an excellent play call to get a chunk of yards and set up that field goal before halftime. Job well done.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
So we'll see if it's a kick return that ends our half or if we get a play from scrimmage as this one's away. And it looks like we're going to have time for one more play here, Brock, as this one goes for a touchback.
At their own 35-yard line.
Here comes the final play of our first half. All right, keeping it simple. They're just going to call a give right up the middle. And in a blink, they are off to midfield before somebody manages to stop him.
Cameron Dicker to kick off for the Chargers.
Dicker all lined up and ready to boot it away. And we'll have to wait at least a few moments longer for an exciting start to this second half. We've got a touchback. The Falcons in good field position here as they start out 1st and 10. Now Penix off the play action. This is Ingram working the left side. And they're able to drive him out as he reaches the 45. They get an even 10 on that play. And that is good enough for Atlanta first down. Penix. Throw came out right as the defense got to him. That's an incomplete pass.
Intended for number 16.
This defense, they had a plan. And they've done an excellent job executing it. Instead of a main character, they've reduced this receiver to a footnote. Kudos to the job collectively on defense.
Dumped off to his running back. Down the sideline inside the 40. And this play is nearly going to reach that 25-yard line. Defender there to take him out just short of it. And you keep this drive moving, partner. Here's another 1st and 10.
First down.
Here's Robinson up the middle. Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Taken down.
I know these DNs love to get to the quarterback. I know that sacks many times equals a bigger payday. But doing the dirty work, playing the run well, that's what the best of the ends do in this league.
Well, nothing doing on the last run. It's 2nd and 10. Penix working from the gun. Has him on the quick hitter. And they take him out of bounds, which means his offense setting up for first and goal.
Number 16.
Sure seems like he knew exactly what he wanted, and he got it, going right where he wanted to with the ball off the snap.
Here's Robinson. And he drives that front backward on a gain of 4.
That sure looks like a terrific call after you foul it up, because the execution was awesome by everybody. You get that kind of run on first and goal, it sets the table for more success.
Carter here from the gun. And they're going to keep him out once again. That sends him backwards, brings up third and goal.
The tackle made back at the 9-yard line.
Here he goes, third and long. Brought in. And the defense waiting for him at the line, and he goes down.
That's how you draw it up defensively. That's exactly what you want the coverage to do. Force that quarterback to throw it short and get off the field.
The kick by Lutz is good. And that cuts the lead back down to a lone point.
They can't blame him for the deficit. He's been doing all he can to kick them into contention. That's now his 4th field goal. And all those kicks he's made are part of why the lead is still close.
Here's Hampton on the return. You're going to bring him down as he gets it to the 33.
First and 10 at their own 33-yard line.
Chargers getting set. First and 10. They'll start with a give to Harris. And they're all the way across midfield before he's brought down. Give him 18 yards on that play, Brock, and it gets him a first down.
Well, more often than not, it's the passing game that's asked to go from first down to first down in just one play. Get that big play potential on the ground. Jeez, it just infuses your offense with confidence.
First down, and they go right back to him. Well, even a great game is going to have its lesser moments. He can't get anything out of that carry. Stop for no gain.
Where one defender failed, well, his buddy was there to swarm to the ball and make that play just as it gets to the line of scrimmage.
First down run netted him nothing. Here is second and 10. Herbert now. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete. Couldn't get it to Aronde Gadsden the second. That's going to leave him with a tough third and long. You go middle of the field against zone coverage, Brock. You know this firsthand. You are throwing into rush hour, and there aren't a lot of easy completions to be found in that part of the field.
Yeah, and a lot of those throws, Kate, you're signing your guy up to take some sort of hit. It's on you to protect your guys. Credit that defense for flying around and making the play.
Defender arrives right as the ball does, and the hit knocks it free. Incomplete.
Well, that took some force right there. That took some serious defensive effort to force the incompletion. You're not going to see a lot of guys ever let go of a football when they got a first down right in their midst. But that force, that contact, separated man from ball.
And he's getting nothing on that return. They wrap him up almost at the exact spot that he fielded that punt.
First and 10 at their own 13-yard line.
Falcons getting ready. Here comes first and 10. They go play action. Here's Penix. Finds his fullback. And he's got a decent gain before being brought down.
That's what you call efficiency. Exactly what you're looking for in first down. Textbook. It sets up second and very manageable, and it creates that space if you want to take a shot downfield.
On second down, Robinson. And he will not get the first, but this is close. Looks like they're going to have about a yard at most to gain after he picked up 3. Third down.
You know, Kate, these are some of the little hidden plays in a game. Right? Doesn't look like a whole lot on the stat sheet, but A, it gets you good yardage. B, it sets up your play action. And C, most importantly, keeps that defense guessing.
And he's going to get this up to the 26 before being taken down. It's a gain of 4 there, and that's a Falcon first down. Robinson on the inside give. Can't slip that initial tackle. Stops made for no gain on that first down play.
Right at
So close to a big loss of yards for those guys up front. 1 second sooner, they got tackled behind the line. But a stop to celebrate nonetheless.
Gonna let this one fly deep downfield. Looked well downfield for that one. All he found was a waiting defender to knock it away. Third down coming up.
I'll tell you what, Kate, challenging this guy in a close game, you are tempting fate. He got one hand on it. He gets two, it could have gone the other way.
Gets this one to London. And the stop is made just before he's able to reach that midfield strike. It's a gain of 21 yards to pick up that first down.
You know, Kate, years ago, my old high school receiver and I got together for a football camp. I could still close my eyes and throw him that slant. We've done it millions of times. You get a QB-receiver connection like that, it's dynamite.
Dropped by the first guy he met. No gain on that first down run.
Made it all look so simple, didn't he? That linebacker sorting right through the traffic, finding the runner. That's instincts come to life.
Here's Penix to throw. Rolling into enemy territory. They'll get 14 yards and a new set of downs.
You know, these are the type of plays that really get an offense going. This is a chance for QB to inspire the guys around him. Calling his own number, carrying his teammates to a first down on that big run. That inflates an offense, and it can suck the wind out of that defense.
Great work there to evade the tackle, but the rest of the run, pretty forgettable. No gain there. The line between safeties and linebackers gets real blurred on plays like that, Brock. He handled that one just like a Mike would have.
Yeah, if injuries were to ever crop up, Kate, I bet he could handle the linebacker spot for them as well. Just tremendous diagnosis in that run support.
Completed to his running back. And they get this down to the 28. It's a gain of 12 on that one. And that is good enough for an Atlanta first down. Here's Penix. Short pass brought in. And they bring him down after the play reaches the 26.
Complete to number 39. 2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd and 8 at the Chargers' 26-yard line.
Just 1 quarter remaining in this one. It's Falcons football. A nice little help for them as they trail entering the quarter. Eight yards to go. Let's see how they approach this second down. They're going play fake with Penix. Throw left side, complete. This is going to make it down to the 6. That's going to set him up with 1st and goal.
Good offenses. Okay, good play callers know how to utilize their personnel. They know where they wanted him. They wanted him on a route in space where he could make that initial play comfortably, but then go to work after.
From the red zone now. He's into the end zone for an Atlanta touchdown. The Falcons take a 4th quarter lead. Drake London with the touchdown. 2-point try coming. Penix and his offense getting set.
The Falcons will
All right, they're going to throw for it. Has it at the 1. And he gets into the end zone for the 2-point conversion. That puts them in a much better spot now. Up 7 here in the 4.
Will Lutz set to kick off.
Here's Lutz set to kick this away. Here's Hampton on the return. And he's brought down just beyond that 25-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
LA bringing the offense to the line. Here's 1st and 10. Now an inside handoff to Harris. And he stopped after ripping off an 8-yard chunk. It's 2nd down.
That run may not have gotten you a first, but sure, nice little run to set the table.
Up 2nd and 2 at the 35-yard line.
After that little 8-yard scoot, here comes 2nd and 2.
Set. 380. Set.
From the pistol, it's Herbert. Into the hands of Gadsden, complete. And he goes out close to that 45-yard line. Give him 8 yards on the play. And that's going to be good for an LA first down.
You know, it sure seems like he knew exactly where he was going with that before the snap. That's a pre-snap decision that led to a post-snap first down.
Finds a seam down the middle. And he's brought down right in the neighborhood of that 40-yard line. Give him an 18-yard pickup there. And that's going to give the Chargers a first down.
Just how many times do we see teams go to this route? You go to a Little League field and tell them to, hey, run to the post. It's a playbook staple. And he's someone you could depend on to create space and make catches out of it.
And he's going to be stopped after about a 3-yard pickup on first down.
Hey, not a bad play by any means, but there's room for more, and they know it.
Last run got him 3. Here's 2nd and 7.
380.
Herbert now off the play fake. And this is intercepted. Logan Wilson has it. And the Falcons are going to have it after his 2nd interception of the season. He was trying to fit it into a window in the zone coverage, but by the time he let it go, boy, Brock, that lane had closed, and someone was there to make a play on it.
Now, what you're trying to do in zone coverage defensively is make that quarterback see a window that isn't actually there. And as soon as he takes the bait and sends it over the middle, well, you got 1, 2, 3 defenders all there in range to go pick it up.
Following that little 2-yard run, it's 2nd and 8.
Brings up 2nd and 8.
They'll run the draw with Robinson. And he gets absolutely popped to end that one. Call it a gain of 6, and they need only 2 now on 3rd down.
I'm not kidding you, Kate. A run of that length at the NFL level, honestly, is the equivalent of a run of 15-plus at the high school level. It's hard in the run game to make yards, and they just got a very successful one.
Penix throwing, 3rd and 2. Complete beyond the marker. Hit out of bounds after a small gain. 3 yards there and enough to move the chains. 1st and 10 now from the 46. Play action. Here's Penix. Pocket isn't holding up. They're able to drop it. And the big play drives them backwards. 2nd down coming up.
Kate, that was so good, really, on 2 levels there defensively. Number 1, with an athletic quarterback, you've got to keep him in the pocket. They did. And then more importantly, and in this case, you got to finish him. Job well done. He's
got it at the 30. And he's finally down to put a stop to this one, but a notable chunk of yardage broken off with that gain. 1st and 10 after that last highlights. They're at the 30. From the gun, it's Robinson. And they'll only find 1 yard up the gut. 2nd down.
That's a pretty good stop on 1st down. This defense now gets a chance to dictate, and that's what all the great defenses want to do, Kate. They want to dictate it on their terms and not just be reacting to what the offense is always doing.
60 Bison.
Robinson again here on 2nd. And they come through with a big stop there. Got him down for a loss as they keep fighting back here in the 4th. This drive in jeopardy. Here's a 3rd and 10. Back to throw it. And even on 3rd down, he sees no choice other than to get rid of it. Not the play they wanted. It's going to be 4th down. Here comes Will Lutz. A lot riding on this field goal try. This is going to be a 46-yarder. The kick by Lutz is good. And that'll push it to double digits in a 2-possession game.
The best kickers I've been around here over the last few decades, they relish these moments. They know the hard work all their buddies on offense and defense have done. And when they can make it a 2-score game and be clutch when it matters, these are the moments they live for.
And he got all of that one out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
1st and 10 at their own 35-yard line.
380.
So the Chargers start off with good field position as they get ready for 1st and 10.
Set.
Play action now for Herbert. That one is incomplete. Couldn't hang on through the contact.
Defender's not going to be thrilled. The catch was almost made on his watch, but more importantly, he breaks it up. Gives him a chance to do a little jawing after the play. Lets the other guy know he roughed him up and cost him that catch.
Catch made over the middle. And he's downed after getting this up to the 41.
Sometimes when you're just looking to move it forward, get some small yards on the throw, quarterback's best friend, security blanket. And when it's a big old tight end, that's an extra bonus.
Here they go, getting set for 3rd and 4.
Set.
Back to throw. Here's Herbert. That one's good to McConkey. And they're going to bring him down just on the other side of midfield. They come through with a nice gain of 10 and a first down. And that right there is about the best you could hope for against double coverage. Good chunky yards, and more importantly, Brock, you don't get burned taking a risk.
Yeah, it's really the defense that gets burned, and that is just demoralizing. You got double coverage, you got what you want, and 2 guys can't stop one.
Down a couple of scores, but still some time left, and 3 timeouts as well. It's 1st and 10. They go play action. Here's Herbert. He had it for a moment, but a great defensive play to jar it loose. Incomplete.
That's a throw at this level. With so much speed and length, you got to be real careful. Rarely do you find a clean window down the middle. Got to be absolutely perfect, and it wasn't there.
Set. Set.
This is Harris on 2nd down. And he drives this across midfield and down into enemy territory. They get about 4 there. Need a little more than that now on 3rd and 6.
It's a gain of 4.
When you don't have great success on 1st down, Kate, it's a little bit like a hitter in baseball falling behind in the count. And all you want to do as a hitter is get back to a fighting chance. Give yourself a better count. That play, well, it does the same here. Now a much more manageable and opportune 3rd down situation. Feet and eyes, Kate. Feet and eyes, they so often tell the story of every position on the field. When that quarterback's feet and eyes move to his secondary read, and so often it's a tight end, well, it's incumbent on that defense to fly to the ball. You want to make that tackle, force the 4th down? It took a great defensive effort to do it.
Into the hands of Ganson. And this one's worked down to the 33 before being stopped. Timeout called by the Chargers. They're first. And they can take a moment to try to build more momentum after getting that first.
33-yard line.
Shotgun snap to Herbert. Has him on the quick hitter. And he's able to take this one down to the 25.
A whole bunch of credit goes to just about everybody on that offense. Guys up front ready to give the QB enough time to let that play develop. Excellent effort by that receiver to stay alive and for the quarterback to scan the field and find his completion.
He completes it in traffic. And he's going to be stopped at the 17-yard line. Give him 9 on that play, and it's enough for the first. Defenders in the area, they still make the connection, Brock. It almost looked like it was just another throw on the practice field.
Yeah, this is how you just develop that just trust factor, that connection. We see it with QBs and tight ends, and the best of them make it look easy.
And they'll stop him after a short gain to the 13. It's a 4-yard pickup, and that's going to bring up 2nd and 6. The timeout's taken now as we have 1, possibly 2 snaps remaining in this ball game. 2nd and 6 coming up here.
Ready.
On the play fake, it's Herbert. Toward the side of the end zone, but that one's incomplete. Targets have far less room to work in this red zone, Brock, but down this close as a former quarterback, I'm just going to assume you got to feel like he should have been able to hold on through whatever.
Yeah, and every once in a while you get in that huddle and you remind him, now listen, guys, it's going to be contested. We know this. It's a physical game, all 100 yards up and into the red zone and end zone. But when you get down here, you've got to come up with contested catches, and he couldn't.
So the Falcons earn the win in this one. Man, they were facing a top-5 defense this week, Brock, but they made them look anything but. What a great performance to get this win.
Yeah, you could come in, Kate, with this awe and mystique of, gosh, we're facing one of the best defenses in the league, but as